You know, with everybody talking about the 50th anniversary of the lunar landing, happened back in 1969, it's pretty easy actually to think about the fundamental values of nature. When we saw Earth for the first time in its beautiful blue color from that lunar landscape, we could see, first of all, what a tiny, lonely speck we are here out in the vast, dark cosmos. And the second thing we could appreciate is how much we depend on the biosphere, that thin layer of life around Earth's surface, for all of our well-being, for water, for air, for climate stability, for pollination through butterflies and bees and other insects and hummingbirds, for flood control, for security from storms. We depend utterly on life. People have known, going back to the ancient philosophers and religious leaders, that we are intimately connected to nature, but we haven't known how much we need to protect, where we need to protect to secure the future for both people and nature. And now, with the invest approach and the rapidly developing technologies and science behind it, we've been able to create software that shows decision makers. We've developed it together with them to show where we need to invest to secure forests, secure coral reefs, and maintain the life support systems that are so fundamental to human well-being, whether out across countries and landscapes or in cities. And today, about 185 countries have adopted invest to some degree, with China, with Latin America, and some other key places standing out as completely pioneering in integrating this kind of analysis on where and how much to protect into policy and finance. Well, there are a couple things that keep me awake at night. I got two wonderful teenagers, and then, it's worrying about the future of the world. So we live in kind of scary times in a lot of different ways, but I think there is time, and I've never been more hopeful, actually, than seeing this movement build and accelerate, in which there is this awakening worldwide, and more major policies, major institutions, companies, countries, development banks, other parts of the finance system coming into this realm and saying, okay, we need to start accounting for nature. We need to measure our performance based on our impacts on nature and recognizing our dependence on nature for doing business, for maintaining all the aspects that make life worth living. So seeing the tremendous impact that these many heroes are having in all these different places around the world, I feel we are building toward a universal, a shared approach and understanding in our globalized world today that will let us reveal these values of nature and secure those values, whether we're talking about the very basic biophysical need for water and security and climate and things, or the more spiritual and aesthetic and other kinds of values that really make the human spirit soar.